Good day and welcome to the news. These are the major stories making headlines across Nigeria today. After Trump strikes Islamist terrorists, U.S. general travels to Nigeria with militants on the run. U.S. to step up coordination with Nigeria to pursue Islamic State group militants. After 23 years, Nigeria begins disbursing financing to local shipowners. U.S. military releases fresh update on anti-terrorism war in Nigeria. Stay with us as we bring you the full details of these stories.
The first headline is, After Trump strikes Islamist terrorists, U.S. general travels to Nigeria with militants on the run. The United States recently carried out airstrikes against Islamist militant groups operating in parts of northern Nigeria, an action ordered under President Donald Trump's administration. The strikes targeted factions linked to the Islamic State and were meant to disrupt their bases, leadership, and supply routes. Following the operation, a senior U.S. Africa Command general traveled to Nigeria to meet with government and military officials. During the visit, the general said the militants were on the run, explaining that the airstrikes had scattered fighters and weakened their ability to organize attacks. The trip focused on strengthening U.S.-Nigeria security cooperation, including intelligence sharing, surveillance, and support for Nigerian-led operations. Nigerian authorities emphasized that the effort was a partnership aimed at helping local forces take advantage of the militants' weakened state and restore security in affected regions.
The second headline is United States stepping up coordination with Nigeria to pursue Islamic State-linked militants. The United States is expanding its security cooperation with Nigeria to more effectively target militants connected to the Islamic State and similar groups in West Africa. U.S. military leaders, including Lieutenant General John Brennan of U.S. Africa Command, said that Washington will increase intelligence sharing, materiel support, and operational coordination with Nigerian forces as part of a broader strategy to work with African militaries against jihadist threats. This move comes amid growing concern about the spread of Islamic State-linked militants from the Sahel region into Nigeria, and follows recent joint actions, including U.S. airstrikes against militant targets in northwest Nigeria last December. The U.S. is also maintaining communication with other Sahelian armies while emphasizing joint efforts to weaken extremist networks. Nigerian officials have termed the cooperation a partnership aimed at enhancing Nigeria's own security capabilities while respecting its sovereignty. In essence, Washington and Abuja are deepening collaboration on counter-terrorism through strategic intelligence, equipment support, and closer military coordination to curb the influence and mobility of Islamic State-linked insurgents in Nigeria and the broader region.
The third headline is, After 23 years, Nigeria begins disbursing financing to local shipowners. Nigeria has finally begun disbursing the long-awaited Cabotage Vessel Financing Fund, a maritime financing scheme created in 2003 to help local shipowners acquire and operate vessels under the Coastal and Inland Shipping Act after more than 23 years of dormancy. The government recently launched a digital application portal, officially opening access to the fund amassed over the years to more than $700 million through mandatory contributions from protected shipping activities. The Maritime executive reports that eligible Nigerian shipowners can now apply for loans of up to $25 million each to buy or upgrade vessels, with borrowers required to provide a portion of equity and partner with approved banks, while the fund is managed by the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, in partnership with lending institutions. Officials say the move aims to boost indigenous maritime capacity, reduce dependence on foreign-flagged vessels, create jobs in the shipping sector, deepen local participation in coastal and regional trade, and modernize Nigeria's fleet, particularly at a time when local investors are increasingly launching homegrown shipping lines and acquiring vessels. This development marks a major shift in implementing a law intended to support Nigeria's maritime industry, unlocking financing that had been inaccessible for decades and giving local operators a clearer path to compete regionally and internationally.
The last headline of this news is U.S. military's update on the anti-terrorism campaign in Nigeria. The United States has provided a fresh update on its involvement in counterterrorism efforts with Nigeria, highlighting a deeper and broader military partnership aimed at fighting Islamic State-linked militant groups and other extremist networks across Africa, including within Nigeria. This cooperation has intensified following U.S. airstrikes in northwest Nigeria in December 2025, which targeted militant camps in coordination with Nigerian authorities and were part of a shift toward more proactive U.S. engagement against jihadist threats. U.S. military officials, including representatives from U.S. Africa Command, AFRICOM, said the effort now includes enhanced intelligence sharing, materiel deliveries, and closer operational coordination with Nigerian forces to improve situational awareness and tactical response capabilities. This approach reflects a view in Washington that violent extremist organizations in different regions of Africa, from the Sahel into West Africa, are interconnected and require joint action with African partners to dismantle them effectively. Nigerian authorities have acknowledged this collaboration, noting gains in operational coordination and intelligence exchange, and emphasize that the partnership supports Nigeria's own security posture against insurgent groups. At the same time, there have been diplomatic sensitivities over how the conflict and U.S. actions are framed, but both sides stress continued engagement against terrorism. In short, the U.S. military's latest update underscores an expanding counterterrorism partnership with Nigeria that blends military support, intelligence cooperation, and strategic coordination to degrade extremist groups and enhance Nigeria's ability to confront them. And that brings us to the end of the news. If you found this update helpful, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for timely, accurate news and analysis. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update.